All right, good evening, everyone. This is going to be a coaching session for the type 5, the investigative thinker. So we'll go ahead and get started. So at the top here, you'll see 5 characteristics for the type. It starts with the healthy and it goes down to the unhealthy. So when one begins to fixate at type 5, when they're healthy, they are very perceptive. And then as they begin to be more imbalanced, you'll see they begin to go down into insightful, intelligent, more average, detached, all the way down to isolated, which is one of the more unhealthy characteristics of the type 5 energy. So type 5s, they are very perceptive, they're innovative observers with the curiosity and craving to learn new things. They're inquisitive. Their inquisitive mind is objective and practical, enabling them to make wise decisions based on reason and knowledge. So we'll go over here to the core motivations for the type 5. So the core fear for the type 5 is being annihilated, invaded, or not existing, being thought incapable or ignorant, having obligations placed upon them, or their energy being depleted. The core desire for the type 5 is being knowledgeable, capable, and competent. And core weakness is avarice, which is a feeling of lack of inner resources, and that too much interaction with others will lead to catastrophic depletion, withholding themselves from contact with the world, holding on to their resources and minimizing their needs. And the core longing is type 5 just want to hear that their needs are not a problem. So the way that this is worded like it is to talking to a type 5. So I'm just going to read this here. Despite your insatiable thirst for thinking and knowing, you experience the world as intrusive and overwhelming place. Feeling that life demands too much of you, you focus your attention on conserving your energy and resources to avoid a sense of catastrophic depletion. This intense desire to hoard and control your environment can damage your relationships as you become extremely private and emotionally distant. Your fear of not knowing or being enough, coupled with your desire for independence, causes you to withdraw, isolate, and be emotionally distant. You often feel that you must know everything before sharing your insight, in fear of feeling incompetent, which overwhelms you and causes you to retreat. This desire for knowledge, independence, and a life free from obligations can strain your relationships, since connection, feelings, and vulnerability are natural components to a healthy partnership. You see the demands of living in relationship with others and distance yourself because you feel ill-equipped to meet them. You think the confidence to engage with others will eventually come, but never feel you have enough knowledge or resources to enter into the mysterious and complex world of another person. However, when you are at your healthiest, you discover that your needs are not a problem. You can become more generous with giving of yourself. You begin living not just from your head, but with your heart and the whole of who you are. That gift, coupled with your great vision and perceptive, reflects the true wisdom and beauty. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into one of the most important things when it comes to the Enneagram. People get excited about this. So it's gonna be the paths. Okay. All right. So we'll start with the stress path. So the stress path is the way you think, feel, and behave when you're under stress. So the 5 goes to 7 when under stress. So the 5 moves towards average to unhealthy type 7. So they become talkative, scattered, restless, hyperactive, and take on too many projects impulsively. Overbook your schedule with fascinating experience and interest, and become impatient and radically learn everything at a feverish pace. So, some questions to think about. Describe a time when you were under stress and you become hyperactive and scattered. What was happening before and during this time? When have you taken on new projects impulsively? How did it work out for you? All right, so we'll talk about the blind spot path. So the 5 moves to A in a blind spot, and the way you behave around those with whom you feel most secure. Type 5 moves towards average to unhealthy type A. So you begin to assert your boundaries forcefully and confront anyone who displeases you. Become feisty, provocative, and argue or debate when facts are incorrect. Arrogantly interject your thoughts and opinions. So when you're around those you are secure with, mainly your family, do you become more forceful in asserting your boundaries and confronting others who displease you? Alrighty. And then here, so the growth path is also, so the growth path is what healthy growth looks like. So this the 5 also moves to the 8. So type 5 moves towards the healthy side of 8, becomes more self-confident, assertive, and decisive, becomes more active with your body, connecting your thoughts with your emotions and gut instincts. Trust your instincts, becoming bolder and quicker to take action. So, when you are growing, do you find that you become more self-confident and decisive? Give an example of when this happened. Give an example of when you trusted your instinct and asserted yourself by trusting that you were capable and competent. And lastly, the conversion path of transformation takes place when you transcend to this level. So the type 5 moves towards the healthy side of type A. Enjoying life in its purpose and meaning, participating more spontaneous, exciting, and full life with others, become more physically active to allow energy to flow and experience the lighter side of life. So, describe a time when you felt that your life was a joyful adventure. So here's an internal message. Each of us has an internal record player that says many things. One message that you received often is, if I master a body of knowledge, then I am okay. So here are some questions to help you recognize that this message is false. How will you know when you have fully mastered a particular body of knowledge? Isn't there always more to learn? Does this body of knowledge truly help you with your real needs in life? When you have read, learned, and even become an expert in a particular field and still lack self-confidence? All right, that is the first session for the type 5, the investigative thinker. I'm gonna go ahead and start the recording.